Hi, what's up guys? I'm back with a new one. Today I will be doing simplification of algebraic fractions using factorization. This is my part 2 video. So if you missed the first one, please go back and watch the first one, as this one I will be going a bit more in depth, okay? So let's get started. The sum is x cubed minus 2x squared minus 8x all over x squared, okay? So we know the highest common factor for my numerator would be x, right? Because remember, x to the 1 is my smallest exponent, okay? When it comes to the variable. So we're going to take out an x. We're left with x squared. Minus 2x minus 8, okay? All over x squared, okay? So we can again see that there is an x to the 1, okay? So according to exponential laws, we can take that over the division sign, and we can say this will happen, okay? So let me show you what happens. If we were to take the 1 down, we'll be left with x squared minus 2x minus 8 on the numerator, and on the denominator we'll have a 2x, 2 minus 1, right? Because the 1 will go down. Okay, let's see what happens here. If that happens, we can have x to the 1, right? So that means we have x squared minus 2x minus 8 all over x, because 2 minus 1 is 1, right? So we can just leave it as x. So we can leave our answer just like this. If you were to go further, you would factorize the numerator. As it is a trinomial, you would open up your two brackets. We know we have x on the denominator. Alright, then we will ask ourselves, what are the factors of 8 that will give me 8 and 2? In this case, we're going to say 2 times 4 equals 8. And we know 4 minus 2 equals 2. Right? So there you have your 2 and your 8. Alright? Can you see there? So we know it is 4 and 2, right? So we're going to put in our x and x. We're going to go 4 and 2, and we're going to go minus plus. Okay? Alright. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the next sum reads 3x, x plus 1, minus 2, x plus 1, all over x squared minus 1. Okay? So again, if you missed my previous video on factorization, taking out the highest common factor as a bracket, you have to go and watch that, as we will take our highest common factor here as the bracket, and that would be x plus 1. Okay, that would be x plus 1. So if we take out the highest common factor of x plus 1 on the numerator, what are we left with? We can see we're left with 3x minus 2, right? We're left with 3x minus 2. Okay, and what do we have? If we look at the denominator, we can see we have a difference of 2 squares, right? So this would be x plus 1, x minus 1. And we can again see that these two will cancel, leaving me with 3x minus 2 over x minus 1 as an answer. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at another one. Okay, we're gonna go for the bigger one, and let's say x squared minus 3x minus 18 all over x squared minus 6x divided by 6x squared plus 18x all over minus 2x squared. Okay, so let's focus on the left hand side first. Okay, I know the sum looks a bit daunting, but let's look at the left hand side first. Firstly, we can notice that we have a trinomial here, right? We have a trinomial here with a value of 1. Okay, so let's first get into the numerator on the left hand side. Okay, so the trinomial, we will open up two brackets. And again, guys, if you've missed this, go check my video on factorization of trinomials. If we look at the denominator, there is a highest common factor of x. Okay, so we can say x minus 6. Guys, with me? And if we look at the trinomial, what two numbers would give us 18 and 3? Okay, 18 and 3, and we know that two numbers are 6 and 3, because 6 times 3 is going to give me 18, and 6 minus 3 will give me 3. Okay, so that's going to be my two numbers that I'm going to be dealing with. Okay, let's get into it. So we said it is 6 and 3. Okay, so we're going to go x and x. We're going to go x minus 6, x plus 3. Okay, and then we get to our right hand side, and we can see there is a division sign here in the middle. So what does that mean? Divide in fractions. We're going to tilt in times. So we're going to say times. We're going to take the denominator up and bring the numerator down. Okay, so we're going to go minus 2x squared over. So if we look at the right hand side's numerator, that is now going to be the new denominator. There is a highest common factor here of 6x, right? Because 6 can go into 18 twice, and x can go into x squared twice, right? So we have a highest common factor here of 6x, and we are left with x plus 3. Okay, and already we can now see that these two will cancel. Let's put it in different colors. We know that these two will cancel and these two will cancel, alright? So what are you left with? You know that there is now a leftover 1 here, alright? So 1 times minus 2x squared will give you minus 2x squared, and we know x times 6x will give me 6x squared, right? 6x squared. So now we can multiply out our bracket, and we know the rule of the exponential rule says a to the power of m, n to the power of n, just making up a few letters, all the way to the power of b will equal a m times b n times b, right? So what happens? We use these numbers and we multiply them by the b on the outside, right? That is the law. So this is basically what will be happening with our numerator over here, right? That's law will be happening with that numerator over there. So what are we going to be left with after doing that? We're going to be left with a 4x squared, right? Over 6x squared. Remember, the denominator remains, so this will cancel. What are we left with? 4 over 6. Then we can say there is a HCF of 2, right? So we can divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. So we know that 2 goes into 4. How many times? It goes twice, and 2 goes into 3 to 6 3 times. And my answer is 2 over 3. Okay guys, I hope this one helped you out a lot. I know it is a bit much, however, you can always rewind it back, fast forward it, and also, again, don't forget to look at video number 1. Until next time.